my goodness. The film major is finally making a video about a film. Wow.
Hey guys, this is just a disclaimer. I filmed this video way before this whole ballet controversy. I filmed this literally right after MARTY SUPREME came out. And I just want to preface that this is all opinion. Even if I state something like it's a fact, it's an opinion. So you are gladly allowed to disagree with me in the comments. But you know, keep it cute, keep it respectful, because I am quick with a block button. Like, trigger finger with a block button. Anyways, hope you guys are well and enjoy the video. Bye!
Okay, first of all, I want to welcome you all to another video. I don't normally make movie commentary, but it is something that has been interesting me lately. I just find it so overwhelming to even think about organizing all my thoughts about a movie, especially only watching it once, but we're gonna just do my first initial thoughts on a movie that I watched recently. Today we are going to go over what I thought of MARTY SUPREME, kind of going over some bullet point questions that I asked myself, but I didn't really write down everything in an elaborate way, so I'm very much gonna be rambling and just thinking off the cuff. What are my overall thoughts about MARTY SUPREME? I think that MARTY SUPREME is very beautifully filmed and has amazing visuals, and it has a good energy, I would say. Great editing, good pace. Other than that, I think that objectively, it is a movie that lacks a lot of heart and soul, and it is really missing character. And that is basically the thesis of my video, and we can just get into everything based on that point. So just to give a small synopsis, Marty is a gentleman living in the United States trying to make it big in the ping pong world, you know? He'll do whatever it takes to make it out. I watched this movie with my friend Tiffany. We both kind of left it very conflicted. Let me know if you guys agree, but I kind of compared it to a version of Catch Me If You Can, but with less soul, and where the character doesn't feel like a character and more like a caricature, if that makes sense. Honestly, I don't know what the point of the movie was, right? And I think it's mainly because our main character is so soulless. If that's not nice to say, but he really lacks that human touch until the end, where he's sobbing looking at his baby because, you know, he finally has to face responsibility, which is what the point of the movie I think was trying to be like. It's trying to show this character that keeps running away from responsibility, but responsibility will catch him, and he has to be responsible for this action that he did at the beginning of the movie without thinking, because he was reckless, and his reckless behavior has landed him in this position, right? And I guess it would be interesting to think of whether Marty's tears looking at the baby are tears of joy. It is supposed to be like that, but I think it would have been very interesting if they would have framed it more like tears of sadness and regret, despite him finally taking accountability for his actions, which is so crazy that the baby himself is a manifestation of mistake. We are meant to believe that Marty is this hard-working guy who does nothing but work hard, and yet we never really see him working hard towards anything. He doesn't work hard at his job, he doesn't work hard practicing ping pong, he kind of strings everybody in his life around him and cares more about himself than anybody. Like, even the people who he's supposed to care about, he clearly cares about himself more than those people. And I think one of my biggest pet peeves as well is the character of Rachel. Wholly non-character. You're telling me this girl has nothing going on. Nothing going on. Shitty man. She lies about getting hit by him, and now she's surprised that Marty's mad about it. Crazy. Cheats on her shitty man as well. I'm sorry, if I was scared that my husband was gonna beat my ass, I wouldn't be cheating on him with the most obvious suspect. But I digress. Like, and then, you know, she takes responsibility and she tells him, etc. He starts throwing shit all over the room. Whatever. And I just feel like Rachel's supposed to represent this ride or die chick that all these guys that watch this movie and think that they're gonna be like Marty in life are gonna want to aspire to have. But you're never gonna get a Rachel, because Rachels don't exist. Rachels don't exist. You're not gonna get this girl that's ride or die and blah 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 and is gonna put her life aside for you who has done nothing but insult her and put her to the wayside, whatever, and who hasn't shown any true form of intimacy or care. Like, he smashes Miss Rachel. Oh, that sounds bad. Sorry, Miss Rachel. He smashes Rachel. He kind of defends her from her crappy man. But other than that, like, she has... What do we know about Rachel? What do we know about Rachel? Do we even know, like, what Rachel does other than suck Marty's dick? No, she's not a character. She's a representation of a prize or something like that, of what really matters. Love, but, like, those two don't love each other. You're kidding me. You're kidding me. She's obsessed with him maybe because her man sucked, which is what Marty said. But at what point does he love her at all? And that just brings me to the thing where Marty's revelation was not natural at all. It was super rushed. I don't know. The writers could have really finagled that one. Because, Marty goes to the mock game. He still is in the mindset that he's going to play in the finals, even though he hasn't signed into the finals and he's banned and he owes a bunch of money to them. He still thinks that he's going to get in, which I guess is a testament to his character of how he is so reckless and doesn't think ahead and just thinks with zero foresight. He just thinks with the first next step. He got the fine. He's like, I need to pay off this fine, and not thinking, oh, I won't make enough money to pay off this fine in time to even qualify. Also, I have really bad relationships with the organizers of the event, so they may not want to qualify me at all, because he doesn't care about relationships at all with anyone. That being said, he's in line, and then the organizer's like, bro, you're not making it in, dog. Like, I'm not redoing my whole schedule just to fit in your entitled ass. And then Marty's like, oh, really? Okay. And then he plays the mock game, and he does it, what he was set out to do, and loses and everything like that. And then I feel like it was weird that he had to still prove that he could be Endo. I feel like for the sake of his character, it would have been interesting to see him just cope with the fact that people think that he's a loser. But I don't know. Let me know what you guys think about it.
It would have also been so interesting of a choice if he lost the game. Like, it would have truly humbled him to accept, oh, this guy is actually just better than me. But in winning, Marty learns nothing. He just feeds his pride and is like, okay, I proved to myself that I am a winner. Now I can go do life.
Because he never gets over his pride, but he does somehow end up realizing, other things matter. And maybe it's like, it's like the Walter White thing where he finally admits that he's doing it for him. I guess he realizes he doesn't care about ping pong and maybe just cared about the feeling of that winning gives him. So even if he can't compete on a national scale, he just really wanted to win, right? And honestly, that's fine. Like, it just didn't inspire anything in me. And Marty is such a non-character to me. He's just a figurehead that speaks fast and does crazy little tricks, And I guess it is to speak also on American mediocrity, more specifically from a a white presenting man. I know he's Jewish, but he's functionally white. Like, he's a white man. Yeah, it's like he thinks that he just deserves it all, and I think that's a good piece of commentary, although I don't know if it was intentional. I don't know what Timothy has going on in his brain, but yeah, it was interesting to see that this American guy thought that he deserved better accommodation than all the other countries. He deserved the most fame. He thought of his American status as such a big deal, like, oh, I'm gonna be the representation of America and blah blah blah, and you need me, we're the strongest country, and you need me to be the face of this sport for America, la 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 la. Yeah, and he just thinks that the world revolves around him, which is a very American thing. And even with the different design of the ping pong paddle, instead of thinking it as, wow, they really thought of a design that was really helpful and they've created their own style. It's like, no, the fact that they are ingenious means they are cheating. They're cheating. It's all the paddle. It's not the years of work that they did. It's the paddle. That part of the movie was very interesting to me. It's very much just the characters. The characters didn't land for me. The characters didn't feel like they cared about each other. All the love plots and stories didn't feel natural or fulfilling at all. His plot with Gwyneth Paltrow's character was floozy to me. It didn't stick for me personally. But I will say that Gwyneth ate up that role. Shoot, maybe I'm gonna buy her pussy candle, cause like, that was good. She did good in that. She did really good. Kind of sucks that when I think of Gwyneth Paltrow, all I can think about is her goop, but Miss Girl did her thing in this acting role, so good for you, girl. But yeah, I don't know. Those are my initial thoughts on Marty Supreme. I kind of want to think about, what does this mean for the film industry right now? So we've kind of seen that Marty Supreme is getting a lot of love from the Academy, and even though I don't think it did anything crazy original, and the performances for the most part were average to above average. No one was very spectacular, I'm not gonna lie, but that's just my opinion. And I think that in terms of the film industry, it is a good sign that movies like Marty Supreme exist, because it's not a sequel and it's not a remake. It's not the most original movie to ever exist, but it is an original movie, and I think that in itself is just gold these days. That is gold. And I'm really happy that the movie exists. Even if I don't think it is the greatest movie, I love that it is its own movie and it's brand new and it's something that you can talk about and have an opinion on, and it isn't tainted by your opinion on previous movies or a series, etc., etc. Anyways, guys, let me know what you thought of Marty Supreme. Where did you watch it? With who did you watch it? Did you enjoy it initially? Did you enjoy it on a second watch? Let me know. Anyways, thank you so much for watching. Bye!